Yes, everybody, welcome back to Talking Wolves. Welcome back to another update video on the channel. Hope you guys are keeping well. Some more bits and pieces to discuss as we are very much in silly season of the transfer window now. But new players have been mentioned in the press, so we'll discuss those on today's video as always. Let's smash that like button. Let's hit 400 likes on this one today. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below on any of the players or topics that we discuss today. One player that is very, very close now to becoming officially a Wolverhampton Wanderers player is Lopez, I should say. Lopez completed his medicals today and we're just waiting for the official announcement on his signing. It's come around quite quick this season because I will do a full video on him, going into him a little bit in a bit more detail. I was going to do it today, but I think I'll probably come out tomorrow now. And it's been about 5 days since the news first broke. So the move itself has moved quite quickly, which is how Foes and how Wolves tend to want to deal with business, to be fair. Keep it under the radar and sort of jump on it and make sure things are done quite quickly. But Lopez looks like he will be the first signing through the door. It will be a permanent deal. There were some whispers and rumours that maybe it was going to be a loan deal with an obligation to buy, similar to the Jorgen Strand-Larsen deal. But as of right now, what we're expecting is that it will be a permanent deal, and Lopez straight up joining Wolverhampton Wanderers. But I've spoken about him quite a lot over the last week or so. That one will hopefully be confirmed within the next couple of weeks, well, a couple of days or so, sorry. One piece of news that has sort of dropped just shortly before I recorded this video is about the Valladolid winger, Raul Moro. It's dropped today from Mateo Moretto, who's one of the top-end journalists who actually reported quite a lot on the Lopez deal as well, that Wolves in recent hours have actually contacted Valladolid regarding the 22-year-old winger. Now, it's thought that the Dutch club Ajax are quite advanced already in talks to sign Moro, but nothing is done and confirmed as of yet. And Wolves may well be one of the teams swooping in to maybe see if they can get a deal done. It's thought that the value is just over £10 million, or 10 million euros, I should say, which obviously will be music to Wolves' ears when they can get deals done for that sort of price. But Raul Moro, a player that maybe Wolves are looking at. What I do think about this is, you know, if Ajax are already quite advanced, the agents may be using the press to try and put a bit of pressure on Ajax to either give Moro more money or to try and push the deal along. But it will be interesting to see if Wolves can try and hijack this deal, and if that is another player, a young Spaniard as well, that Wolves can maybe jump on and bring and help bolster the attacking line at Wolves. But Raul Moro may be one for us to keep our eye on over the next few days, because I'm sure things will change on him quite quickly anyway. Another one that we saw yesterday drop from Colombia was about the Bologna defender John Lucumi, currently obviously playing in the Italian top division with Bologna. There's interest in him from Roma, Brighton, Tottenham, and Wolves also said to be interested in him. Colombian international, obviously would have played alongside Gerson Mascara at some point, I would assume. And he's a left-footed centre-back as well, which is the profile that Wolves are said to be looking at the moment. A bit more competition for Totti Gomez on that left-hand side. So, again, sort of going into a lot of experience. He played for Genk and then he's been at Bologna now for a few years. So, lots of top-flight experience. 6'2". Will Wolves want a player to sort of instantly replace Totti Gomez? I don't know. Would Lucumi join Wolves to sit as second fiddle to Totti? I don't know. But judging by the teams, your Romas, your Brightons and Tottenhams, you would assume that this is a player with a little bit of quality. So, again, defender, left-sided defender, left-footed, definitely something that Wolves are looking for. So this one, again, may have legs. But very early days on that one at the moment. Not much new information on him as of right now. One interesting one that dropped over, I think it was, what day was it? 2 days ago. So on Monday evening, it was just after I uploaded one of my last update videos, was about Romulo, who currently plays in the Turkish top flight for Göztepe. Brazilian forward, real sought-after player. Wolves and Nottingham Forest said to be interested. RB Leipzig over in the German Bundesliga thought to have quite a lot of interest in him as well. But 23-year-old forward who's grabbed 13 goals and got 9 assists in the Turkish Super League last season. So a player with lots of quality. Again, my reservation about this, if you guys remember, if you caught my last update video, I mentioned a fake transfer list that was doing the rounds online. Romulo was another one of those players on that transfer list. However, this did come from a pretty good source from UOL over in Brazil, who do have a lot of credibility. So I'm trying to take the positives out of it, but I'm really hoping that, like I mentioned last time, that these outlets aren't jumping on that fake list and just adding Wolves' name into the mix for the sake of it. But genuinely, I think, judging by this player's numbers, and I think the fee you would probably pay to get him and his age, I think this would be a really decent acquisition for Wolves, to be honest. And again, some decent sides, Nottingham Forest, RB Leipzig looking at him as well. I would be intrigued to see if Wolves do pursue this deal any further. Another striker they have been linked with over the last couple of days was Rafiu Durasinmi. Now, we have been linked with this man previously. We were linked with him back in January, currently playing for Victoria Plazen. And I think our interest in him was quite advanced. There were some bigger journalists jumping on this one. 22 years of age, again, a really well-built striker, similar sort of build to Jürgen Strand Larsen. Probably would be happy to come in and compete for places alongside Jürgen. And again, a pretty decent record, albeit playing in a league outside of the top 5 leagues. This was reported by Football Insider, so not the greatest of track records, but it certainly wouldn't surprise me if Wolves do, again, have Durasinmi on their list of players that they were maybe looking to sign. Another player that I mentioned last time was Evan Gerson as well. It was said by Africa Foot that Wolves had made a bid for him. Again, I alluded to the list that dropped on the last video. And I wasn't, you could tell I wasn't 100% convinced by this. And it sounds like Wolves haven't put a bid in as of yet. Anyway, Fenerbahce have put a bid in. They offered £26 million for the Nice forward. And the player even had a Zoom meeting with Jose Mourinho, who currently manages the Turkish club. I'm not seeing anything else. I saw some rumours that bid might have been kicked back or might have been rejected. But Wolves are said to still be looking at the situation. However, according to Rob Dorset of Sky, that Wolves may well feel that asking price is a little bit too high, especially with the club having to consider other positions as well. I don't know, if Nice are genuinely kicking back off as a £30 million or €30 million, I think there may well be better options elsewhere. I know Gerson has got a pretty decent record in the French top flight last season, but I have no doubt, there will be better players and better deals on the market the more we manoeuvre throughout the pre-season and throughout the summer. I think at 25, if there was a deal there to be had, I think you seriously consider it. But when you're creeping over £30 million and there's other suitors involved, as early as it is now, I think Nice can play a tough game and try and hike up the value of this player. And it's probably not a game that Wolves want to get involved in at this stage, if I'm completely honest. We did see a rumour about Conor Coady as well. Sky Sports News reported yesterday that Rangers were in talks with Leicester over signing the former Wolves captain Conor Coady. There was a little note on the same article that Wolves also have an interest in the defender. Again, I will side note this with Sky, the only ones reporting this right now. Yes, Wolves may well have an interest, but I don't know if that's them piggybacking off the fact that we tried to pursue a deal for Conor at the back end of January. I can't see Wolves renewing their interest in him as of right now. If Conor's happy to come in and be a 5th or 6th choice defender, happy to help with our homegrown status in our squad registration rules, then great, I probably would take him, to be fair. But again, Rangers is a big club. He's going to be fighting for titles, more than likely having the opportunity to play European football. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see what deal, if any, gets put over the line. But Kevin Thelwell, who's formerly at Wolves, would have been a big part of the sort of recruitment staff at the time Conor Coady was initially brought to Wolves. So there will still be some sort of relationship there. So that move to Scotland makes sense. But as of right now, I wouldn't bank on a Wolves and Conor Coady reuniting at this stage, to be completely honest. And to finish off, Pablo Sarabia, who of course is going to be leaving Wolves. His contract expires in just under 2 weeks at the club, and he will be moving on. There was question marks really. What level was he going to return at? Was he going to try and stay in a top 5 league? Was he going to move to America, Saudi Arabia? But he's going to be moving to Qatar. He's going to be joining El Arabi, who are having a little bit of a stint now of signing Spanish players. I think their manager is Spanish as well. But Pablo Sarabia, he's coming towards the back end of his career, to be fair. And obviously there's money on the table there for him. I have no doubt that he'll be able to probably come back into the European leagues in some capacity if he really wanted to in the next couple of years as well. But Sarabia set to join the Qatari club Al Arabi once his Wolves contract does expire. But that is all for today, guys. Lots to sink your teeth into, as always. Be sure to hit the like button down below, subscribe to the channel, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. I'll be back over the next couple of days, I'm sure, with more transfer news and rumours. So keep your eyes peeled on the channel for then. I released a video earlier on about the fixture release, and we had a great video from Tom Parker yesterday about what he would do in regards to recruitment as well in the summer. So if you want to go and check those out, it is much appreciated. But look after yourselves, guys, and I'll catch you on the next one.